meditation community. So I've been thinking and working with this meditation for a while now, and I wanted to share it with you. I've been sharing it with my children at home here for our morning meeting, and it really speaks to something within me, so I wanted to share that with you. So what we're going to be working with today is the power of intention. So in 2007, there was a book written, very, very famous book. You probably have taken a look at it at some point in time, called The Intention Experiment. And what they did, it's a scientific book, and they gathered researchers from Princeton, Stanford, and MIT to look at the power of intention and how it works through our neural processing and how it works to affect our own lives and the lives of others. So from that point in time, that's where the genesis of a lot of this intention work that we hear about came from, that time frame. And from there, there's also some other famous books that kind of dabble into the same thing. So there's The Power of Eight, looking at the intention within a group setting, and it's also very scientifically based. And then there's The Intention Project, also very scientifically based. So those are some resources that you can always look at, but resources that make sense to my left brain as to the power of putting out and putting forth an intention for ourselves or others. And so if that resonates, great. There's also some, this comes from an age-old discussion that we've been having, and the Bible verse that comes to my mind when we talk about a group intention or setting an intention for other people is Matthew 18:20. Essentially, for where 2 or 3 gather in my name, there I am with them. So again, the power of setting an intention or a prayer in a group, and what that can do to affect outcome, what that can do to lift spirits, what that can do to change our mindset. So the meditation that we're going to do this morning, or whatever it is you watch this video, is focusing our intention for the good of others. So the intention that I have been setting for the past couple weeks with my children is the intention to offer our life-giving breath, our ease of breath, our abundance of breath to those that desperately need it. So the healthcare workers, for sure. The workers that are essential workers, like my sister who works in a hospital. She's not healthcare, but she has to wear a mask all day, and how hot that is and how hard it is to breathe freely and abundantly. So when you're ready, our meditation is going to be that of intention. So gather your supplies, find somewhere to sit up or lay down. We'll work our way into that place of peace and stillness, hopefully, that we know exists. Otherwise, I wouldn't be filming this video and you wouldn't be watching it. And then direct our attention to those that need it, as well as ourselves. So sit upright, not uptight, just upright, or lay down anywhere you can have a long spine. And I invite you to close your eyes. And if that's not comfortable for you, no worries. Just a nice, easy gazing point, either out in front or maybe up at the ceiling, maybe where the ceiling meets the wall if you're laying down. Invitation to bring your eyelids at least 3/4 the way down. I'm comfortable closing my eyes, so I'll close my eyes for the rest of this piece of our meditation practice. In your own space and time, just identify that you're breathing, noticing a full round of breath. what it is to be breathing here in this moment on this planet. And as you allow your attention to move to your breath, allow your attention also to let your body settle, your physical form. Allow the parts that are meeting the cushion or the mat or the earth to actually be held, supported, releasing that urge to fight gravity in our knees and our hips and in our belly and our back. Just allowing our physical shape, our weight, the weight of our physical form to be held by gravity. Allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears, allow the jaw to part, and allow the face to relax. Notice the sounds that you're hearing. And allow yourself to welcome them in. So we're working from home, probably not going to have a super quiet meditation, and that's okay. But instead of resisting the sounds, smile at them and welcome them in to your experience right now. And either through your softly gazing eyes or your closed lids, notice your perception. What can you see? Shades, colors, shapes. Allow that to be part of your experience right now. And identify any taste or smell that you can. And just welcome that in as well. So not pushing anything away, it's exhausting. Just allowing what is to be. And when you're ready, emptying all the air out of your precious lungs and inhaling fully to your degree and exhaling completely every last little bit, giving yourself time to do so, so that your next inhale is that much more buoyant, that much more generous. And allowing your exhale to just be complete, no rush. And then repeating, finding a rhythm of a nice full inhale and an authentic, full, complete exhale. So this is going to be our anchor point, our breath, our focusing on the breath. So these practices, these breath practices, calm the mind, obviously, because the mind and body are connected. But when we look at the actual physiology of the breath, by using our full lung capacity, we are doing something incredibly healthy for our bodies. We're bringing oxygen hopefully into the lowest part of the lungs, increasing the flow of oxygen within our body. And as we exhale completely, we're taking out anything that is stale, that stale air that we usually leave in there. So usually we only use 20% or so of our lung capacity. So this physical exercise is beneficial. And by allowing it to happen, by training our minds to follow it, that's our doorway in. So I'm going to invite you, beautiful meditators, to allow yourself to count 10 full rounds of breath, emptying out the lungs to start. And as you inhale fully, find the top of the breath, that crest of the wave, and exhale completely, finding that bottom. That's breath 1. 9 more. Noticing that place of peace and stillness that exists within us always. We're going to spend the next few moments directing our breath and directing our intention to those out there all over the world, in this country and around the globe, that are finding it difficult to breathe. We're going to dedicate our buoyancy of breath, our completeness of breath, our abundance of breath, that life-giving breath, that healing breath. We're going to dedicate each and every breath as it comes in and it moves out to someone that needs it more than we do. Maybe you picture the same person. Maybe your vision changes and you just allow it to be fluid. But each breath, a dedication, an intention that someone who needs it more than we do is able to draw in a little bit more air. Someone that needs it more than we do is able to exhale, making way for a brand new buoyant breath. You're on your own for the next few minutes. call you out of the room, out of the practice, that's okay. That's what the thoughts do from time to time. So instead of resisting them, meet them with compassion and celebrate that you noticed you got dragged away and come right back. And as you're ready, invitation to transition from the thoughts of life-giving breath to those other than ourselves, those same thoughts. We're going to use the power of intention to give those same healing thoughts to our own self, our own physical body, our own personal experience at this point on the planet. So when you're ready, and if you need to move your body position, absolutely do so. Draw to mind you, beautiful, wonderful, unique, miracle you, how you really look in the mirror, how you really sound. Maybe even calling yourself by name. And as we continue to breathe and follow the breath, we're going to offer those same wishes, those same intentions of health. Each breath nourishing our physical body, healing our body down to a cellular level, every cell coming back to homeostasis, both sides of the body coming back to homeostasis, both sides of the brain. Each inhale offering yourself a wish and intention of health, physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health. And each exhale, abundantly give that breath back. So no hoarding here, giving the breath back as a gesture of abundance. We have enough. We have all that we need. It's really pivoting from that scarcity mentality of hoarding and worrying and planning to that of abundance, to that of trust, filling up in all that you need because you have enough. And exhaling completely, giving it back because there's going to be another in-breath. the gift of your breath for the next few moments, noticing what comes up, and then coming right back to the task at hand. When you're ready, slowly coming back to the sound of my voice and checking back in with your five senses, preparing to come back to our physical world, a sense of touch, noticing the outline of your body, your sense of smell, taste, maybe swallowing and just noticing. Your sense of sound, identifying something that you normally would just pass over, a bird. Just notice somebody rolling their trash bin back in. The gift of this moment, reminding ourselves that we can always come back here. And then ever so slowly beginning to open your eyes if you haven't already. And just allowing your gaze to focus on something for a full round of breath. Actually noticing it, not filling in the details with our perception or imagination quickly and moving on, just actually noticing an object, the detail, the colors, the shapes. And then when you're ready, bringing yourself back. It's such an honor and just a blessing to be walking with you through these uncertain times. I'm going to leave you with one of my favorite quotes from the Dalai Lama. It's hanging in my room at all times, for every day. I think I read it. Never give up. No matter what is going on, never give up. Develop the heart. Too much energy in your country is spent developing the mind. Developing the mind instead of the heart. Develop the heart. Be compassionate. not just to your friends, but to everyone. Be compassionate. Work for peace in your heart and in the world. And again, I say never give up, no matter what is happening, no matter what is going on around you. Never give up. His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Very appropriate for our times, very appropriate for our meditation, our intention, work for peace, develop the heart. All things that we are very capable of doing. Thank you. Peace and stillness, my friends. Namaste.